All right, YouTube, what is going on? It is Zaya here from Zaya&TheSteelers, back again with another video. And today's video is a bit of a, I guess, surprising one on the fly. Before we get into that, if this is your first time on the channel and you are a Steelers fan or you enjoy NFL content in general, I remind you to hit that subscribe button. This last video I posted yesterday did absolute work. Shout out to you guys. 9.6K views. New record in one day, 9.6K views, and we went up at least 100 subscribers yesterday. And so I thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. And we got a lot of comments on this video, 162 comments, in fact. And honestly, I wanted to take the moment to respond to all of them. And not only that, I'm going to talk about some things I didn't necessarily get to talk to in the immediate reaction after the game. I kind of want to cross some T's and dot some I's. But the main portion of this video is going to be responding to comments just, actually live on the fly. And kind of, as a reminder, I know this is way different than what we've done. But if you've been on this channel, you know that we do this with the comments, and 162 comments is like way more than I've ever gotten. And so we're gonna do it. We're gonna buckle down. But before we get into this video as well, we got some good news. Before we get to Stephen A, we got some good news. So Kenny Pickett suffered a bone bruise in his knee that could lead to a short-term absence per me and Mike Garfalo. The door is open for Pickett, who also has a muscle strain, to play this week. But the team may be smart with a bye in week 6. What this means is Kenny is not out for the season. What this means is Kenny could theoretically play this week, but we'll probably take it slow. We'll probably rest him and then have him come out after the bye. And plus, low key, with the way we've been playing, with the way our line's been playing, with the way Kenny's been going down, fuck it, take the week, man. Like, this is like, yesterday was the apocalypse for us. And so, Kenny, you want to take a week? Go ahead, take a week, bro. I don't know. But overall, serious points, it is good that he is healthy. It's good that we can, finish out this year with Kenny, because immediately after, I thought it was going to be, it's Mitch for the rest of the year. It's Mason for the rest of the year. I thought it was going to be like a huge thing. But, good that Kenny's back, despite what you're thinking about him, because in these comments, we'll get to it. Despite what you're thinking of Kenny, I think we all can agree we would rather watch Kenny finish out this year versus Mitchell or Mason. I know Mitchell didn't get the longest of leashes last year, and there's still some people holding out hope on Mitch. We'll see this week. Mason Rudolph, somehow, some way, there's people still holding out hope on Mason Rudolph. I say it as a joke, like, yeah, we should let Mason play to up his trade value, like as a joke. But, I mean, if you really think Mason's the guy, if you really think Mason would have this team in a better spot, voice your opinions, man. I don't know. But Kenny is going to be coming back, so that's definitely good news, definitely very good news. And so, yeah, speaking of Kenny, though, in this last video, I spoke about our running play, which it's somewhere over here. Okay, I spoke about this 4th down play, which, I mean, you guys know this is literally the worst play call of all time, right? But in this play call, I said something about like I said something about the line kind of giving up a sack, and I mean, clearly it's been talked about a bunch, but clearly Kenny kind of just bails out of this pocket and rolls himself right in. Like, this right here appears to be a pretty clean pocket. Naj right there for the dump off. We can't see more to the right, but Naj right there for the dump off. And he rolls into the pressure. He rolls right out, and this is Broderick Jones, mind you. He rolls right out and he rolls into it. And there's been a lot of situations, there's been a lot of circumstances where that has been the case, where it's not just our offensive line, where it's Kenny doing the rolling out and getting sacked. And so, we're objective here. We know, big Pitt fan, we got the helmet in the back. But we're objective. Kenny, he's rolling out. Maybe he shouldn't be this scared in the pocket. Maybe he needs more pocket awareness. I don't know. But I did want to get it out there. I left a comment too. I did want to kind of rephrase and adjust my take on this. Once again, I was just a little upset. So, I mean, yeah, we'll be honest about that. That's likely Kenny's fault. I mean, once again, he's the one who rolls out. Naj, that linebacker's right there. Like, that is such false hope. Like, maybe he can get it in there, maybe, but I think the linebacker's right there. So there's that. I wanted to be what is it? Consistent. I wanted to be fair. Broderick Jones, shout out to you. Kenny, stop rolling out, man. Next. Speaking of Naji Harris is currently leading the NFL in explosive runs of more than 15-plus yards with 6. Not bad. Let me get a gunshot for that. Naji Harris. Naji Harris is somebody who I've talked a lot of, I don't want to say smack, or I've talked bad about, but I don't know. I've kind of been sleeping on Naj this whole season, this whole time he's been in Pittsburgh, and it didn't occur to me until earlier today. I was thinking about it, and I remember him being frustrated on the sideline. Just thinking about the Steelers team and our unit as a whole. I feel like Naj has been a pretty good leader for us, and it's his third year. Naj has stepped up as a leader, so I like that. I feel like he's a very important piece on this team, and so I don't want to just say things and like, oh, I like the way Jaylen Warren runs, and so now I want Naj off the team. I want to make it clear that I'm rocking with Naj, and Naj played relatively good yesterday, and Naj on Sunday, and Naj would have gotten that first down. And on top of that, there was when he was frustrated on the sideline. We should have, maybe we should have kept him in. Naj was kind of going. I know it's crazy coming from me because I'm the guy who was like, yo, play Jaylen Warren more. But yesterday, Naj had it. And I know this is just given the context, we were down 6-30 to the Texans, but we got to run the ball more, man. The offensive line needs to set the tone. Naj needs to hit the holes. Jaylen Warren needs to hit the holes. We need to become a rushing team because clearly, our passing game is non-existent, whether that's Canada's fault, whether that's Kenny Pickett's fault, whether that's Mike Tomlin's fault, whoever's fault it is. It doesn't exist, doesn't work, and nada right now. So we should just keep running the ball more, to me. Now what else? Actually, I got one more thing. This is Stephen A. And mind you, I haven't seen this, but I know they were talking about the Steelers today. It's only 9 seconds, so we're gonna play the audio for this. ESPN, this is an ESPN thing. ESPN First Take with Shannon Sharp. You can't see him, but Shannon Sharp on First Take now. I know it's been a thing for a while, but shout out to Shannon Sharp. Shout out to Stephen A. and Ryan Clark. Let's see what Stephen A. has to say. I don't know if you guys could hear this that well. That's pretty funny. All right, so Stephen A. clearly he's visibly upset. This was all of us yesterday. Why does Matt Canada still have a job? Why? Stephen A., I can't figure it out either. Let me get a gunshot for that. If you guys know, Stephen A. is somewhat of a Steelers fan. I don't want to call him out of his fandom because I know he actually is a Steelers fan. But on ESPN specifically, it's not really the greatest Steelers takes. I get it. At the moment, we're not the best team. But I remember when we had the Killer Bees, we still had to fight and claw to get on ESPN. And the only time when we had the Killer Bees and we were this potent offense, the only time we would ever get on ESPN is after we eventually lost in the playoffs. And after, we lose in the playoffs, then it's slander Big Ben, then it's slander Mike Tomlin, then it's slander AB at the time, then it's slander Le'Veon at the time. That was our mainstream media thing. And so Stephen A., the Steelers fan, I know he's a Steelers fan. This time, W. We're all yelling about Matt Canada, W, Stephen A. I don't know, man. I don't know why Matt Canada's still here, but let me get a gunshot one more time. Shout out to the First Take. Shout out to ESPN. There it is. This, to me, though, I thought was pretty funny. I sent, this reply, too. Todd Haley, Randy Fichtner, now Matt Canada. Who's the common denominator here? It's Mike Tomlin and Chris Boswell. Is Chris Boswell the reason why we've been falling short on offense? Now, I don't know why Chris Boswell is here. If we look lower to the replies, we see this 50-cent GIF. If you guys can hear that, I know there's no audio, but it's one of those things, like one of those images you can hear. I feel like Chris Boswell right now, like, what do you mention me for? What do you say fuck me for? Like, why is Chris Boswell in this? I don't know. When I saw this tweet, I saw this reply to it, and it just had me dead. Shout out to Dan Robbins. It's all on Mike Tomlin and Chris Boswell, man. You guys are the common denominators. So hey, if we want to fix our passing game, Chris Boswell, you're gonna have to go, man. I guess that's what Dan Robbins is saying. And then lastly, the last tweet I want to finish it off with is this one from Josh Yohe, PGH. I have never seen Pittsburgh turn on the Steelers like this, but it's not people being bad or disloyal fans. People have just had enough of the incompetency and expect a winner. I respect it. I respect it too, Josh. And it's not like we're being unrealistic. Maybe we are being unrealistic, but it's because we were lied to. It's because Mike Tomlin told us it's because Mike Tomlin kept Matt Canada. It's because we got all this footage, all these preseason games, undefeated preseason, fucking
champion of what?
Undefeated preseason, bro. It didn't fucking matter. We were lied to. We things were supposed to be different, and they're not. Things are worse. Things are exactly how they've been, bro. Like, this is ridiculous. And so it's not like it's not like there's no reason for this. This is years built up to this point. The 49ers game, everybody was upset. And then you had the people like, oh, it's just one game. Like, no, clearly we're not talking about one game here. Clearly we're not this upset because we're 2-2 at week 4. Like, clearly this has been building. this has been building since we had Big Ben, who, you know, I love Big Ben, but I'm not like as fan heavy as a lot of his fans are, because there's a lot of Big Ben stans out there. But we let Matt Canada fuck that up, allegedly. You know, we let Matt Canada we let Ben take the blame for Matt Canada. We were like, yo, Ben, you're old. You know, you have no arm. You can't move. And this is Big Ben. You know, this is our guy. We said that. We let him go for Matt Canada. And then Mitch, his career murked Matt Canada. Mason, his career murked Matt Canada. They were murked before, but hey, this is now 3 quarterbacks that have all played bad under Matt Canada. 3 in a row. Enter Kenny Pickett. Whatever you want to say, I think he's played all right. This season specifically, he has not played all right. But, you know, all of last year, I thought it was okay, right? But a lot of people don't like Kenny Pickett. A lot of people think Kenny Pickett is playing bad. And so you take that is now 4 quarterbacks who, I guess, they can all be bad. All 4 quarterbacks can be bad, which that's just rotten luck for us, I guess. Rotten luck for the Steelers that all 4 of these quarterbacks that Matt Canada has had are just horrible. Or, and hear me out, or Matt Canada is the bad one. And, you know, I think that's the case. I think it is also deeper than Matt Canada, and we will talk to that when we get to the comments. And I also don't think Kenny is like, you know, this plug and play Patrick Mahomes right now kind of guy. Like that's crazy. Nobody's saying that. But I think in a better situation, of course, Kenny would look better. But right now it's what is it? Tough titties or whatever. What's the phrase? Tough titties. No one cares. We're 2-2, and Kenny's 25 years old and had 8 years to play at Pitt, and that's why he got drafted in the first round. You know, that's what they say. And so whatever. You guys get your shit off right now. But we're coming back with a vengeance. Kenny's coming back, man. You guys are gonna have to eat your words soon. But now I think it's time we just get right to the comments. Once again, 12 minutes into this video, there is 162 comments, guys. Like, well, let me get a gunshot for you guys one more time. 162 comments, 9.6K views. Oh, I took my like away. 239 likes, like, just absolutely smashed it today. And so that is now the goal. That's the goal. 9.6K views one day. You guys said it. The standard is the standard. What is Mike? The standard is the standard. And so that's the standard now, guys. Anywho, let's go. JMaster9877. Matt Canada makes Adam Gase look like a genius. Let me get a gunshot for that. Facts. I haven't heard about Adam Gase in a while. The Steelers have nothing on offense that makes imposing defense concern. The fact people thought the Steelers had a chance to be a playoff team just shows the power of myopia? Myopia, maybe? I think that's a word. Hey, Siloff, I'm not going to lie. Given we were lied to about, if we were as good as we were last year, and, you know, last year up to this point, we weren't. I think we were like 1-3 up to this point. So whatever. But up to this point last year, I think we had a hope of making the playoffs preseason. You know, sorry we fell for the Matt Canada thing, but it definitely felt like this could be a playoff year, at least in my opinion. You know, Steve Crowder 4774. You may have commented on a video before. Bars. As a longtime fan, I remember back in 1988 when the Steelers posted a 5-11 regular season mark, and we thought they were bad then. Now I'm beginning to think we're even worse. And if something doesn't give, this will be Tomlin's first losing season and last stand. Our whole coaching staff is living in the past, and it really showed against Houston. Before I continue with this, because I know it's going to head this direction, let me give my Tomlin takes, okay? I think Mike Tomlin, just in general, is, at the bare minimum, a good coach. I think he is a good coach. Now, at the bare minimum. Personally, I think he is a great coach, but I think there is some flaws. I think there is some situations, like given this Matt Canada one, we look to the defense, the defensive coordinators, all the coordinators, the fact that he has a hand in all this, and the fact that he doesn't have to speak to nobody about it, the fact that there's not like a performance review or a yearly check-in or nothing, because we know it. Like, Mike Tomlin has won all these games, and, you know, there have been coaches fired or there's coaches that have achieved not even close to what Mike Tomlin has gotten. And so, in order, like, to just fire him is crazy. But for Mike Tomlin to just be able to be like, yo, Matt Canada, like, we're keeping you on, like, and because I'm standing on it. Same thing with the defensive coordinator, when clearly we've needed these things, when clearly people have come out and said, like, hey, like, we need to switch it up. We're putting up 6 points a game, Mike. We can't even score a touchdown, Mike. And he is the guy who is keeping these coordinators. Like, at the end of the day, that falls on Mike. And so that is a fatal flaw to me. But something I think we can get addressed. Like, there's nothing really to do. It's either do that or we're going to stink and eventually have to get rid of you. Like, he's going to have to budge or go to a different team. I don't want Mike Tomlin to leave, but that's the actual reality of the situation. That's gonna have, like, Matt Canada is going to eventually go. There is no way we re-sign this guy, and so eventually Tomlin's gonna have to make a decision, and I'm hoping that he isn't the 100% no all say so, or you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm hoping he's not the 100% boss of these decisions, because truthfully, if we want to be honest, and there's going to be a lot of 50, 60-year-old Steeler fans that have been watching this team for a long time, they're going to get their shit off. We haven't done shit in a while. And so for Mike, once again, he's won all these regular season games, but we got to rein the leash back in. Like, he's had the longest of leashes. We got to rein it back in a little bit. We literally have to, because he caused this. It's his doing. And so what is it? You made your bed, now you got to lay in it. That, to me. Also, a lot of the times, we were not ready to play against worse opponents. I don't want to call Houston a worse opponent than us, but we're never ready typically. And so there's that. Our defense too is slightly overrated at times. Like, he's this defensive coach, but a lot of the times it looks like we literally don't even have a defense. So there's that as well. There's many flaws. There's definitely many flaws, but I don't know. Maybe it's the child in me. Maybe it's because he's like my coach. Like, I don't know. I just don't see. I think if we can correct these coordinator issues, like, for example, when we had Todd Haley, Ben, AB, and Le'Veon, that is a tremendous amount of talent. Now, when I tell you, when we had Todd Haley, Ben, no defense, and AB or Le'Veon, any other game, one of them was hurt, one of them was suspended, So when I tell you that, and we still were able to have success, now it's like, okay, Mike Tomlin, if given the right situation, when, franchise quarterback is hard to get, apparently, it's hard to get. Antonio Brown is hard to get. A great offensive line, hard to get. But it is possible. These are things that literally can happen. And so, given that, we didn't go all the way. We didn't necessarily come home with the ring, but we were very close, and we've had way more success than we're having right now. And that was with Mike Tomlin at the helm, and other people. Bruce Arians was already there before Mike Tomlin, I'm pretty sure. And he did his thing. Todd Haley, I don't know if that was a Mike Tomlin decision, but whoever made the decision, Haley and Tomlin, worked for a little bit. It worked. That's all. It works. And so there is real evidence of it working, of Mike Tomlin working. There is. And on top of that, he has a Super Bowl. And on top of that, he has another Super Bowl appearance. So there is that. And I know it's been a while. We haven't won a playoff game in decades, years, months, whatever. We haven't won a playoff game. I know. But Mike Tomlin's that guy. If you think I'm going to sit here and slander Mike Tomlin, you're out of your mind. He definitely needs to adjust. We definitely need to lock back in. But I think we're a little I don't want to say overreacting, because it's not an overreaction, but like we gotta wait a few days, You know how, like, it's better to just wait before you say something? Like, I think that's what needs to happen here. Granted, a lot of frustration, a lot of shitty offense. Mike Tomlin, you gotta do something, brother. But give him a chance. Give Mike Tomlin a chance, man. Damn. But that's it. And Mike, I tried. It's gonna be a lot of slander in these comments, brother. So there it is. I am done with this team as long as this coaching staff is here. We are a joke. Tomlin is just as bad as the rest of the coaching staff. Are we trying to lose? Mike Tomlin is clueless, and the Steelers keep losing the game. The game has passed Tomlin by. Tomlin is too old. We're going to get destroyed by Baltimore. I fucking hope not. We're going to get our asses kicked by Baltimore. We fucking suck. This is the first time in all my years watching the Steelers that I pretty much have no hope for a win against Baltimore. We are fucked. And if Canada doesn't get fired, Tomlin will have his first losing season this year. Hey, man, I think man, I'm such a Steelers fan, man. Like, aren't we fucked? Like, no chance at all. Mitch Trubisky playing for his life. We don't got no chance. I know last year he fucked it up, but, he's trying to get a contract. I think we got a chance, man. We got a chance, man. Come on. The positive, Mitch Trubisky. Mitch Trubisky is playing, man. Yeah, Mitch Trubisky playing for a new team. Like, do something. If we can get a third, fourth round pick for Mitch, that would be beautiful, Mitch. Let's have a game here. The Steelers has always been predicated on running the ball and linebacker play. Facts. The Boz. That's all 6 points on him, 0 on the Steelers. Facts. I remember Boswell when we had the Killer Bees. Boswell used to have all our points all the time, and no one ever talks about it. I'm always going to be black and gold. I'll never give up on my team. But come on, man. The whole team. I said the same thing. Why the fuck are we in shotgun formation? Facts. Let me get this hard. I think these are like multiple comments, but he just kind of was going hard. Either Tomlin gets rid of Canada or we get rid of Tomlin and Canada. We look pathetic. Facts. And once again, like, it's not like I would love to fire Canada in the season. Like, I would love if we could just get this over with, but I'm telling you, next season, he's gone. It's old because his contract runs out. Because we're this great organization, and we gotta, with the Better Business Bureau, we gotta have an A+ on that. So we gotta wait to fire Matt Canada for the rest of the season and waste a year. I'm not saying what Mike Tomlin is on isn't frustrating, because it is frustrating. I'm very frustrated over this. But just calm down a little bit. Relax. The O-line miscues start with the center position. I said it in the offseason that we needed a center. Cole sucks. This isn't the standard. Period. Facts. It's so hard, dude. Yo, shout out to Ernest Payne. It's so hard. Why are we still playing Levi? Every time I see him, he's always 5 yards away from the receiver. I don't know about that, but I would love to see Joey Porter Jr. play some more. Blame has to go to Tomlin as well. Facts. Bring in a new head coach. The offense in line needs Mike Munchak to get them in order and get rid of that clown who they keep thinking he's an offensive coordinator. He's clueless. Mike Munchak had our offensive line ready, by the way. Mike Munchak was a stud as our offensive line coach. He's clueless of how to call a game, absolutely clueless, and it shows just how much of a laughingstock. Wow, man, I can't read. And it shows the laughingstock of offense of the NFL for the last 3 years. Too much predictability. They need to change, and they need to change in a hurry. And these office and gurus that they picked up aren't really doing anything. Either the offensive line coach needs to change, either the offensive line needs to go. I can't read this, man. I don't know. I'm having a rough time. The offensive line coach stinks. That's what Matt said. Boycott going to games. That will make things change. I'm not gonna lie. I had a good time at the game, so I don't think I'm gonna do that. But if it gets bad enough, I got you, Courtney. Coaching was piss poor on both sides of the ball. Our offense can't get any worse. Kicking field goals on 4th and short, passing in shotgun on 4th and 1, then only throwing one deep pass. My only hope is that we came out flat due to a short week in Vegas and the plane delay in KC. Man, you guys remember Kenny Pickett had a concussion week 1? That's I mean, I get it. It was a short week, plane delay, but man, we were not fucking ready at all. So I think it's a bit more than that. This defense sucked also. This defense sucked also, but they have half an excuse. They were on the field for basically the whole day. Maybe the defense should get their pay plus the offensive pay. That's a fact. The defense was pretty ass, though, yesterday. Not just 3 years of these meltdowns happening. It's been a thing that has been a thing for the last decade. I did fuck up, and I said 3 years. I said 3 years, but 3 years was Matt Canada specifically. 5 years with Randy Fichtner. However many with Todd Haley, if we want to count those. The offense was great, but we still fell short. Like, it's been forever. And on top of that, whenever it was time to score, the Killer Bees couldn't fucking score. Is that Chase Claypool with an XFL background behind him? W thumbnail right here from Microphone. That is a great thumbnail. That is a W right there. And I'm going to zoom these in. I feel like they might be far for you guys. I apologize for that. I'm doing this like now. I'm going to zoom in these. That's a bit too far. Live on the fly. You guys see the work that goes into this? Nice. Okay. I'm fucking sick of it. Me too. Feet all day 07. Feet all day 075. I am fucking sick of it. Me too, man. 500 and missing the playoffs is the new standard. Mike T always says the standard is the standard. Is that the standard, man? This team reflects the head coach. God, it is not going well for Mike Tomlin. When you have good players and you suck this bad, it is 100% coaching. You are goofy as fuck. Not even 4 minutes in, and you predict, oh my God. So look at this Ravens fan getting in. Yo, we are going to beat the Ravens. We're going to beat the Ravens. We're going to beat them. 28-17 Steelers. And did I even, hold on, let's count it. Did I even really say that? Hold on, do I got to turn this up? There were some drives, I don't want to talking about the Texans game, like the Mike Tomlin has never had but you guys, if you're guys here, all right, let's do it. Establish the run. That's what happened. A few missed throws. Fucking typical. Excited for our. I don't think I know I mentioned it, but I don't think I'm gonna find it. We're gonna continue to be this bad team. Way to take soul. All right, he said 4. All right, I'm gonna lose it. Ravens fan. I guarantee you I didn't actually predict us to beat the Ravens. But on top of that, we're gonna be. You see what I'm saying? Like, you see, Raven, you goofy as fuck. I'm goofy as fuck. I'm goofy as fuck for that. So I'm gonna give my own comment a heart too. Canada should go there. The offense is so predictable. Lots of unused weapons on the team. Matt Canada wants only Kenny to Pickens. His play calling sucks. He fools nobody. Puts everything on the defense. Canada wouldn't make a good high school coach. Period. I don't think we throw to Pickens enough, honestly. Fans quit financing this Tomlin's train wreck. Tickets. Okay, so yeah, we're talking about a boycott of merch. This is where Steelers Nation is right now. This is why I had to make this video. Like, this is the shit we're on. Quit financing this Tomlin train wreck. Tickets, apparel, etc. They really are not fucking with you, Mike. I don't know, man. I think it's time for a regime change. Obviously, Canada is awful, but this defense is the highest paid in the NFL and doesn't look like it. They haven't been able to stop the run for like 4 years. Both coordinators need to go, and I think it's time for Tomlin too. We need a detail-oriented X's and O's coach to lead this organization in... Is this more? Is there more to this? 2020 is an on. And maybe he's saying onward. I don't know. Hashtag Pittsburgh Jets. Defense only. We're the Pittsburgh Jets. That's crazy. Canada is the worst in the league. Kenny isn't that guy. Yeah, the offense sucks, but KP hasn't showed a single thing this season. No improvement at all. Low-key facts. Quit running for cover for Mike Tomlin. He's a terrible leader and head coach. Fire Mike Tomlin. Pretty simple. You are delusional if you think there is any other answers. Mike, brother, we are getting cooked, man. As a Texans fan, I'm going to say let's go. Woo! Shout out to the Texans. GG. They got us. Fire Canada, please. This is BS. We win games that are maybes and lose games that we should have won in complete hot garbage losses. He's not offensive coordinator in the NFL and will never be. He's literally wasting talent and development of our stars. Facts. Mike Tomlin and the coaching staff need to go. Tired of Tomlin's excuses. He should have left when Big Ben left. Tomlin is the problem and his coaching staff. Wait, Tomlin is the problem and his coaching staff, I believe, is a problem. Even an 8-8 season may be beyond reach for the Steelers now. Very sad situation. That is the standard. Guys, you know how insane it is for me to have to be like hey guys, like we still might, like our schedule isn't that hard. I know we look shit and I know we can never score, but I think we could still hit 8-8. Well, I think we could still hit 8-8. That's just me though, and I know no one's trying to hear it, so I'm gonna, you know what, fuck it. I'm -2. Fire Mike Tomlin. You know, we're all big fire Mike Tomlin today. For the rest of this video, it's fire Mike Tomlin. The punting is good. Our punting was very good. Shout out to Brad Wing. Welcome back. Would love to see Presley Harvin come back soon though. But Kenny Pickett had Kenny Pickett had a perfect passer rating in the preseason.
World champion of what?
Damn it. He did have a perfect passer rating in the preseason. This whole coaching staff, Pat Meyer, O-line coach, horrible. The whole coaching staff is horrible. Couldn't even get a TD. Fucking embarrassing, man. How the org allows us to go on. We are not going to beat B-More next week. This year is a wash. Yo, look at how many exclamation points. Yo, this guy, setting the hook with Stubbs. This is a lot of exclamation. Yo, we need to fix this shit. Otherwise, setting the hooks with Stubbs is going to go off, bro. Kick the field goal. Then you're 7 points away from a tie and Kenny doesn't get hurt. Byron Leftwich needs a job. Facts. I don't know about Byron Leftwich, anybody can come be offensive coordinator for us. But at the time, I got to be honest, I got to admit 100%, you know, I'm transparent with you guys. I thought we should have went for it. I also thought we should have ran the ball, though. Like, I thought going for it was a pretty okay decision. But we definitely should have ran the ball. So there's that. 4th and 1 should have just kicked the field goal. It was no need for Kenny to even be on the field, and that's a Tomlin decision. Would have only went down 7 points going into the 4th, but nope, gave them field position. Once again, I think we should have went for it. Because our defense was getting chewed up. If we punted it there, there's a chance they can score again. I don't know. I know Boswell would have made it because he's like that. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna flame the decision to go for it. I felt like we should have went for it. The only problem is we ran it. Or I'm sorry, we didn't run it. We passed it and Kenny got hurt. So there it is what it is. The Tomlin has never had a losing season is just an excuse at this stage. Every season is a losing season when you have Mike Tomlin as a coach. Because he's a mediocre man settling for mediocre output. Fucking disgraceful. Every season is a losing season when you have Mike Tomlin as a head coach because he's a mediocre man settling for mediocre output. Fucking disgraceful. This is what I was saying about the Mike Tomlin haters, because I mean, it's not like it's new. There's been fire Mike Tomlin people forever. Maybe it's because Mike Tomlin has been doing fireable things forever. Maybe it's because he's been pissing people off forever. Maybe it's because we can't get a new fucking offensive coordinator. Maybe that's it. But I mean, every season is a losing season when you have Mike Tomlin because he's a mediocre man settling for Hey, man, I'm just saying, like, this seems a little deep. Y'all were trash. We were trash. Facts. I'll repeat myself. When this team is threatened and does not feel comfort with Canada, the whole team steps in. play with inability to function. Mr. Rooney, replace that offensive coordinator and strive for a change. Really get ready for a Super Bowl trophy. Watch and see. Wait, when the team is threatened and does not comfort with Canada, the whole... I don't know. But facts, Super Bowl trophy coming soon. Our defense was bad too. Fire Tomlin. Facts. Because, yeah, I'm on Fire Tomlin, so Fire Tomlin. Hey, you look like one of those guys from this channel called Ascent Sports. Brendan, hello. I am from Ascent Sports. Go subscribe to Ascent Sports. Last time we were superb. We had a Hall of Famer on the O-line and 1,000 pounds on the defensive line and 3 guys. Facts. We used to be a much better team. I know it's early, but this is going to be Tomlin's first losing season. I can't take this offense. Why the questions in this team? It's been the same old story since we lost to the Packers. That should have been ring 7 in the Super Bowl long ago. Tomlin was not prepared and got outcoached and made stupid, nonsensical excuses at the end of the game. It's been the same shit every year since. The talent he should have had, or the talent he's had, should have resulted. Is there a C? Am I bugging for not seeing a see more button? Like, is this crazy? Do you guys like see? It's not there, but I swear like there's more to these comments, man. I apologize, Frank. I stopped watching halfway through the 3rd. Damn. This team sucks from top to bottom. The 4th and 1 play was a classic Canada. A pathetic, cute play. Kenny also blew it up by panicking and tears his knee up. He should have stepped up, not roll out. He is never going to be elite. You are right. The Killer B era was wasted. Now they're going to waste the TJ era. That's a shame because this is not the Steelers I grew up with. I'm not even seeing the Steelers football. What's up with the tackling? Yo, we've been missing tackles for 10 years. I don't know. The Steelers and missing tackles. We love that shit. Our O-line coach needs to go. We don't blow anyone off the line. These guys are regressing under the O-line coaching. Facts. No! It starts with Tomlin! And stop throwing the F-bomb! Oh, I lost my gunshot. Stop throwing the F-bomb! Gunshot! Yeah! I apologize, Dominic. I will stop throwing the F-bomb. It starts with Tomlin, though. Like, you guys see what I'm saying? Like, Steelers Nation, we have completely moved past Matt Canada because we've said it so many times. We have moved past that, and it is fire Mike Tomlin. Like, this is insane. Like, this is right on my video, right here, right in the comments. Like, this is a large sample size, man. This is how we're feeling right now. As far as Kenny goes, this marked his 16th game as a starter. I still believe in the 3-year rule, so he gets the rest of the season and next. I think most of it's on Canada's system. It's garbage. Kenny is regressing, and it seems a lot of the times he only makes one read, and I think that's coming from Canada. 7 couldn't even make this system work. There were a lot of the same under Ben. Slow starts, 3 and outs, and the only time the ball was moved was in the 2-minute drill. I feel like I've been watching the same season for 3 years and counting. Facts. Canada needs to be fired for the fact that his play calling it is his play calling that got Kenny injured. Defenses know what we're going to do. He may be done for the season because of it. This is the 4th or 5th blowout in the last 16 games. Unacceptable. It is the whole coaching staff that needs to go. I never liked the line coach hire, Terrell Austin or Canada. None of them have had success anywhere in the NFL. The Steelers were definitely outcoached again. The Texans deserve a lot of credit for coming up with a plan and executing. No surprise, D'Amico Ryans is from the Shanahan coaching tree. This is a comment and a half from Julian Wiley. You were absolutely spitting, Julian. Your points are, your points were right on, and I will go a step farther. Wallace and Peterson on the corners can't cover Adams on the defensive line. Can't cover, and Adams on the defensive line can't tackle or fight off a block. Cam would have eaten Kendrick for lunch, and that would have freed up the linebackers. That is a fact. Yo, right here, there's a lot of facts in this comment thread. Facts, though. Everything. We've been blown out a bunch. Cam would have eaten that defensive line alive. The Shanahan coaching tree, that system exposed us twice. And yeah, that play call, Kenny ended up getting hurt on it. Granted, Kenny's the one who rolled out, but it was stupid. It was stupid anyway. So there's that. Here's some Tomlinisms for you. Us fans need to have reasonable expectations for our team. We just going to continue to be bad because we make bad routine plays routinely. Our offense is really weighting us down, and we were all insanely glued to the TV hoping for change because
we do not care
that this team sucks. And obviously, Matt Canada is a terrible OC, and I'm starting to think we need to cut our eyelids. Yo, Pax is going in. I'm starting to think we need to cut our eyelids off because some of us can't see that Tomlin is past his prime. Hell yeah, we need to make a change because when things start getting tight and we can't make splash plays, we fall into the pieces. We have a significant challenge this week becoming wow, I fucked this all up, but he's using a lot of Tomlin quotes. We have a significant challenge this week coming up because we are back in the kitchen for AFC North ball. Too bad we will lose because we do live in our fears and we're out of red paint. Pax, this was absolutely like I gotta give you a reply back. This was such a W, bruh. We do gotta cut our eyelids. This is exactly where we do make bad routine plays routinely. We do not care. This team sucks. Yeah, shout out to this comment. 8 out now. Is that Kenny 8 out now? I think that's Kenny Pickett. 0 sacks against our third stringers because zero sacks against third stringers on the O-line is the craziest part about all this. Facts. 90% of the Steelers is soft, pure sissies. Offensive line can't open holes. Defense still a little work in progress. Cornerback and inside linebacker since Shazier is still below average. Coaching and scouting has to get better. Facts. Canada should have been gone after year 1, but ultimately it's Tomlin's responsibility. Clearly, he's not doing a good enough job. 2 blowouts in 4 weeks? WTF? Facts. Exactly. We run the ball and get. Oh, wait, what is this? 221. I figured we would show up to Houston with. This is not a correct timestamp. We do run the ball a lot and get no yards, and then the one time it's time to run the ball, we don't run the ball. I think that's where that comment was going. Facts. We don't run it with 1 yard. That's just inexcusable. Texans fan here that was in attendance to the game. I have to give you guys your props for traveling well and showing up so deep with the terrible towels. It was an overwhelming feeling being in the stands surrounded by so much black and yellow. You guys had so much energy in the stadium, and it was smothering to us Texans fans. But when that ass kicking started, yo, nah, that's crazy. Tony Medina, you are a menace. That is so crazy, bro. I didn't know. But when that ass kicking started to kick in, oh my God, the towels turned into tampons. That's so crazy, bro. Hold on, I gotta put a tear for that. That's so crazy. Unbelievable from Tony Medina, man. That's so sad. Good comment, though. W comment. Mike Tomlin needs to go in Canada right after. Facts. First 4 games, this is on the quarterback. Last 50 games, this is on the head coach. Standard is the standard. Tomlin will keep Canada unless Mr. Rooney steps in. Everything is not working because our other defenses know what we're doing. Everything is not working because other defenses know what we're doing. Facts. Our plays have been getting called out since we were 11-0. Like, our plays have literally been getting called out for 3 straight seasons. Like, live. Like, in the game, they're literally yelling what we're doing. But, hey, let's keep running it, you know? Check the show for the first time. Seems cool. Oh, is that this show? Nice. I think he's talking about this. Seems cool. As for Canada, this is the perfect time to fire him. We were 2-2, and our defense is dominating some games. Give the new OC Leftwich or Haley, in my opinion. And since the Browns and Bengals suck right now with Burrow injury, we can make the switch and finish season decent maybe. See, I think like the season, the season isn't washed. Like, I know we're going to keep Canada, and it's just going to be a wash eventually. But we can still, Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season, 8-8 this bitch. You know, we can still do that. We always do that. That could still happen. And whether that's a W or not, that's up to you guys. But I'm just, look at these comments, guys. I have to be like, you know, the Steelers, we won 2 games, though, right? We've won 2 games on primetime this year, though, right? Like, I have to do this because you guys are just fucking going in. So, yeah, I think there's still a chance. Real quick, Todd Haley. A lot of people have been mentioning bringing Todd Haley back. Is he down? I know he's not in the league anymore. Is Todd Haley, like, down to come back? Is this just, like, a thing that we're saying? And he has, like, no want to come back, especially with how things ended. I don't know. But if we can get Todd Haley back, fuck it. Yeah, let's get him back. Tank for Caleb. Fuck it. Yeah. Need a coaching refurbish, top to bottom. If Rooney loves Tomlin, move him into back office job. Don't think it's fair to say, yeah, I address this. Don't think it's fair to say Jones lets off. He had the solid block versus the pocket, and everyone claps the pocket, which made Kenny run it. Yeah, this was a good block. Jason, I appreciate you for calling me out. I feel your pain, bro. Thank you. I feel your pain, CT. This has literally been the best day of my fucking life. Texans fan there. Unbelievable. Lucky Tomlin is in the Hall of Fame. This one could have gotten on. Lucky Tomlin is in the Hall of Fame, or this one could have gotten out of hand. I feel like there was some sarcasm with that. That's so crazy. That wasn't Jones' fault. Kenny took the sack. Why did he spin like that? That was all on Kenny. Apologies. I'm a Steelers fan since 1970, and this is ridiculous. The way they have been playing, Mike might needs to go, and Canada must go. Tomlin is too soft. Facts. The Pickett injury didn't need to happen. Come on, man. Facts. Like, that play was so dumb, man. It's pretty obvious what's going on. The staff has been outcoached in all phases of the game. Every quarter of every game so far this season, Austin isn't Butler, and he isn't LeBeau. Austin isn't Butler. Butler was bad. I hate to say. Listen. I'm gonna get my shit off real quick. Keith Butler was bailed out by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Keith Butler was bailed out by TJ Watt. I'm telling you, before that Minkah trade and we had TJ in the Jacksonville year, our defense was garbage. Our defense was trash before Minkah came. Now, granted, it helps to have, Minkah Fitzpatrick. It helps to have a rookie Devin Bush. It helps to have, that Duck and Mason year where our defense was flying around. Bailed out Keith Butler for sure. And Terrell Austin isn't Keith Butler. I'm just saying Keith Butler wasn't all that. Austin and Keith Butler both cannot be all that, but we can't. If there is any bringing up of Butler, I gotta shut that down. Keith Butler was not very good to me. LeBeau was very good. Flores should have been promoted to D coordinator. Fickner, Haley, and Canada never should have been hired. Mooncheck never should have been let go. It's one poor. See, I feel like this comment goes on, but once again, they're cutting me off. Mooncheck, I feel like we've tried to get him back. I know he's in Denver. I feel like there was some personal things going on low key. Like I know we let him go, which wasn't the best thing, but he might have willingly left. But everything else, everything you're saying is facts. Just our coordinators stink. We haven't had good coordinators since fucking James Harrison was on the team. So there's that. Terrell Austin's defense is currently performing way better than Flores. And that's Flores didn't really have the greatest. Flores, he was only there last year, and our defense wasn't all that. Criticize Canada all you like, but don't say we should have hired Flores for the DC position. There is a reason he was a position coach for us. There was a reason he was a position coach for us for a year. He's riding name recognition. I cannot read, man. He's riding name recognition at this point, and the Vikings were desperate for a DC. He clearly hasn't helped. If anything, their defense is even worse than it was before. Our offense was the most explosive in the league with Haley. Ben chased him out because he wanted him under center more. That is the thing. Ben did chase him out, and we listened to Ben. I chased Todd Haley out too. Hindsight is a bitch. I would not have done that if I would have known this was our future. But yeah, that is a thing. And this comment to me, I see what he's saying, but our I don't know. Our defense is just not really the best for me for this Terrell Austin defense. For this Terrell Austin he is performing better than Flores. I get it. I get it. Hey, maybe. But I'm just sad, man. This team stinks. It sucks not having a good QB play. Welcome to the club, a Browns fan. Do we want to? Didn't we beat the Browns? I was there, right? We beat the Browns this year. What is that? Rerun of last year. No improvement. Kenny's injury was all on him. Why the heck can't he step up in the pocket? He looped right into the rush. As much as I want him to be, he's just not a good QB. Terrible pocket presence, always bails backwards, misses reads, shows no leadership. No leadership is crazy, but hey, we're getting our shit off. Let's go. Oh, I think that's a Houston, let's go Houston. Hell yeah. Canada needs to be flipping burgers at fucking McDonald's. Fire Canada, and Kenny is not that guy. Our defense is not that good. Our offense is horrid. Team lacks leadership. I think Terry was right about Tomlin. He's nothing more than a cheerleader. I know, right? You know what they say about insanity. What is that? To keep doing the same thing over and over again, right? Remember 2002. What happened in 2002? I was 4 years old. What happened in 2002? How do you give up 30 points again? With the highest paid defense in the league, it's coaching, and it starts with the head coach and then the offensive coordinator. Money can't fix a poor defensive scheme. Bro, I'm telling you, we were just letting go in these comments, man. We were just getting all of this shit off. The only thing we can take from this, Zaya, is Chris Boswell will hit all his field goals. Facts. I don't know if this was sarcasm. I did say it in the video. But I am literally the number one Chris Boswell fan. So big truz, Chris Boswell does hit his field goals, and I know. Look at it this way. Maybe the Texans are just that good. I'm a diehard Texans fan, and even I didn't fully believe it. But maybe the Texans are fucking that good, man. Get rid of freaking Tomlin and bring back Flores and start with a fresh man. Give Flo the head coach job next year. Hey, not me. Give it to Flores, man. In 2 games against San Francisco, scheme offenses and defenses, the Steelers have been outscored 60-13. Fucking horrible. Kenny is not developing. Stop saying it's all Canada. Canada wants to be authority. He's a power tripper. He should be a... All right, man. Totally pathetic today. Tomlin, get your fucking boys under control and discipline. We are a joke. Zaya, you nail it. Just awful in every aspect. 3 years of bullshit. I do nail it. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate that, Justin. I'm going to say thanks. I had it in the back of my mind that Kenny was going to get hurt. He tries to stay up too long on the sacks. This time he hurt himself by panicking. He's way more stressed than he was last year. He looked confident last year. Now he looks like Mason. LOL. Mason is a good QB. See what I'm saying? Mason's a good QB. You see what I'm saying? You know, you look like Mason. Oh, well, Mason's actually a good QB. This is where we're at in life. This is what I'm saying when we have no direction. We have no leadership. This is, you know, the Steelers team, whatever. We stink. The Steelers team sucks. Mike Tomlin sucks. You know, everybody sucks. But the fans, we got to get this together, bro. We need direction. We need answers. We need stability. We need consistency. For once and for all, I'm asking this question. Is Mason a good or bad quarterback? Let me know. Because right now it's every day it's he's good, he's bad. You know, is he good or is he not? Be more. 49, Steelers 9, my prediction. I hope not. You see, Tomlin's pride won't break. He wants somehow to prove that he's done with this. He wants somehow prove that he's done with his OC. Thing is, it's not fine. First step is admitting your failure. Second is to change it. We have to do number one first. He's too proud to take any advice. Screw him. Canada is a jackass, multiple choice play caller, and the plays have no diversity or confusion for the other team. Facts. Why does this head coach still have a job? He has to approve of the game plan each week, right? I believe so, yes. Kenny is too predictable. Keep him out. Canada makes him look this way. Kenny is Canada's remote control, but it needs batteries. Jesus, yo, William Hanley is spitting. Kenny is Canada's remote control, but it needs batteries to be effective. Naji is afraid to run. I'm going to say it. Oh, my God. They're getting their shit off. They're getting their shit off. William had some takes today. How do you guys feel about that? Sings. Oh, Canada, we hope you get fired for the... Is it fucked up to, like, sing lyrics like that? Like, if someone did the American anthem or the national anthem and, like, switch the lyrics, is that, like, boo? Like, will I get yelled at for that? Who knows? To be honest, that sack wasn't even on Broderick Jones' fault. Kenny panicked when Semaleo losing containing on his guy, but still pushed him towards the right side. And instead of stepping up and running for the first in between Semaleo and Jones, Kenny spins into that sack. Jones held his own. Kenny decides to spin and escape out of the pocket where Jones' defender break. Sorry, but guys, you got me. You know, you got me. I understand you. And this is what I mean. This is what it's so cool about getting all these comments is like, it's practice for me, you know? And I got to remember that, you know, in these 10-second clips, these 10-second clips, I got to remember that this might be someone's first time, you know, seeing the channel, and they might not understand that, like, I know the line, you know, didn't necessarily 100% cause that sack. But I love Kenny Pickett, man, and I'm not slandering Kenny Pickett live on the fly, man. I'll get it now in hindsight, but live on the fly, it was Broderick Jones' fault, in a way. Or checking down to Naji at the first down marker, we talked about that. Kenny had the check down, but see, did he have that check down though? Did he? Did he? Was it right there? I mean, I think if he could have got it out pretty fast, maybe, but I don't know. It seemed kind of spooky to me. On the 4th and 1, it looked like Kenny had. Okay, yeah, we're talking about Naji. I think these are like older. I don't want to say older, but like these seem kind of centered on one thing. We are by far the easiest team in the league to game plan for on the offensive side of the ball, and it's not even close. Literally, not even close. It's not even close. Correct. Hell, I go to the bathroom and call out plays we'd be running from the shitter. I think I should play Madden 25 and all right. This team is only good enough to grit out tough wins or else they get blown out, and that's not a sign of a good football team. Facts. They do this time and time again. Do we just not take every game serious? We do not. William is back. William replying to this comment. Hell yeah. We need to draft a quarterback. We need more than a QB. Should we draft a quarterback, guys? What do you know? What are you guys thinking? Oh, look, Kevin Dotson. Look at Kevin Dotson starting for the Rams down here. The running back, they're running high school plays. Facts. The shit needs to get shoveled out is Tomlin. Nobody wants to coach for Tomlin. Why else would any fool hire Canada? Why else would anybody hire Austin? Why else would you hire Fickner? Sell your tickets, get out grocery bags, get rid of Tomlin, cheers, and move on. Skill, effort, and planning. All garbage. I'm tired of the Steelers looking atrocious. Even in our wins this year, we look so bad. Shame, shame, shame. If there's anyone on the Steelers payroll that doesn't feel completely ashamed about that game, they need to be fired immediately. Facts. I attended this game. Ooh, the most embarrassing game I've ever been to. Coaching staff, including head coach, should go. Yeah, if I attended this game, I probably would be on that wave, to be honest. Everyone keeps talking Canada. Tomlin is the captain. He's been so for years. He has essentially been the DC since Coach LeBeau was ousted and has been the OC since Fickner. There is a reason why the organization does not hire exceptional coaches, aside from the ownership wanting to be fiscally prudent. The megalomaniac of little substance runs this team, and any that are aware of this much simply... Oh, anyone aware of this are simply fat and sassy. So that's a play on what Tomlin said about the fans booing. Tomlin said he wants us to be fat and sassy because he wants us to be so spoiled with points in offense. I think I'm getting down here. We'll get to like an overall point. I'm getting down to it though, I think. But I mean, that is true. Been a Steelers fans for many years. The players, the fans deserve better than what. Wow. Then whatever this load of bullfrog, croaking rabbit, pellet, dropping snake. All right, this guy's clearly. We need to relax. It is Mike Tomlin. Maybe he should go, but holy shit, he's going off. Tank for Caleb. Facts. Y'all come to play. Y'all did come to play on JJ Day. Hopefully it gets better for y'all next week. Hopefully y'all can beat the Ravens. W Texans fan. In fact, we did come to play on JJ Day. That was probably not. We couldn't not come, but like. Probably should have seen that and see, varsity game, senior day. Maybe they were going to come out with a little more fire. Probably should have seen that. Steelers CB slow. Where's Joey Porter Jr.? Facts. Dan Moore came back in after 3 snaps. Did he? I did not see that. Okay. Well, you can thank the fake fans and Matt Canada and co for running Big Ben out. If he'd let Big Ben call his plays, then we might have been able to fitness another year or two out of him. Ben was done. Big Ben was done. But hey, if you still think Ben was, there and ready, I guess. But I think Big Ben was done. Ben should have retired 2 years earlier. He could not move. Not even saying that he was completely washed, but it was just not the same. Like I literally saw Ben in his prime, and the guy I was seeing, in 2021 was not that guy. So, however you want to feel about that, cool. Canada need to go tomorrow. Tomlin needs to go after this season, maybe. It's been 17 years. He's a Hall of Fame coach, but in 2023, it's an offensive league, and we need the type of coach, especially for a young QB. Coach Prime, we get Deion Sanders. That would be fire. Tomlin is not a Hall of Fame coach. He's at the level of Marvin Lewis. Okay. I'm not going to give that a like. Marvin Lewis, like, what a take. Are you kidding me? Try 6 years of this shit. Yeah, I did. Once again, because I said 3 years. I did mean longer. Big facts. I'm a huge Steelers fan. Canada is not good, but Kenny is worse. 4 games, Kenny has thrown for 800 yards with 4 interceptions. CJ Stroud has 1,200 yards and no interceptions over 4 games. CJ Stroud is a rookie who is better than Kenny Pickett. CJ is getting better. Kenny has gotten worse. Kenny is not the answer, of course. Matt Canada is not the answer, but they have receivers who are open. Kenny didn't see him. I think Mason Rudolph is likely. You Mason Rudolph fans have got to let this go, bro. You guys have got to let this go. Mason would have not? Okay, Mason would have the same problems Kenny would have. Kenny is regressing because of Canada's scheme. Nobody can function in it. Stroud has an excellent OC and game plan, which is what any QB needs to progress. Kenny has the opposite. Facts. But I will say, you ready? I will say this. CJ Stroud is probably better than Kenny Pickett. I'll say it. So there's that too. Like CJ Stroud, this guy played at Ohio State and was the number 2 overall pick. Kenny was the first quarterback taken in the draft at pick 20. What does that say? So like, but sorry we didn't draft CJ Stroud. And I'm not trying to, just be mad at you, Sam Moore, but like just the quarterbacks that we could have gotten. And I love Kenny Pickett, and so this is that. But like, who are we supposed to have right now? Malik, Sam Howell, Brock Purdy, even like nobody knew about that. Nobody knew about Brock Purdy. Maybe we take Sam Howell, but even that is like, and then at the time, Big Ben, we don't need a quarterback because we have Big Ben. Remember, for freaking extra 4 years, we don't need a quarterback. So that was the position we were put in. But this year, definitely some good quarterbacks this year if we're not feeling our quarterback now. The Steelers is the worst offense in the NFL by far this season. Facts. Let us not forget the shower curtain defense. That's crazy. The Patriots take that personally. Facts. Facts. I'm so sorry, but no disrespect to the Steelers. They're a great organization. But even though the Texans offense, the line is banged up, they were flat out the better team going into this game. Again, no disrespect to the Steelers. They're a great organization. I just felt that going into this game, Houston was going to win. I just didn't think it was going to be this bad, though. Me neither. Zoo 8... Yo, shout out to Zoo86. Zoo86 has been on the channel for a little bit. And Zoo86 has commented on multiple videos. It does hurt, Zoo86. I know Zoo86 was there in the preseason commenting, and when I was excited, when they were excited, like, yo, we're so hype. And now it's just, it hurts. And the last comment, only thing going right for this offense is doing bad, so better chance to hashtag fire Canada. Facts. I mean, at the end of the year, Canada is going to be gone. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There is no way he gets a new deal. Like, there is no way we draw up a new contract for Matt Canada. And if we do that, all of these comments, all of these, you guys got it. Like, you win. I just don't think we're in that position. I think it's over after this year. And so next year we evaluate. I know it sucks. I know it's like really shitty to be like, hey, this season's a wash because, you know, we're just going to waste it. But that is true. We're going to waste it. We're not going to fire Canada, and we're just going to try to fight, scratch, and claw and grind out. Standard is the standard. Steelers way, our way into an 8-8, 9-8 season this year, and we'll see what comes from that. But next year, when Canada's gone and whoever we get at the offensive coordinator, then it is finally going to be a time for some new readjustments. Now, it could end up being another Fickner to Canada situation in where we don't improve, and like it's just another shitty offensive coordinator. And I really hope that's not the case. And there's a lot riding on this, I would say. Like, if we get another offensive coordinator and he's bad, then I think then the fire Mike Tomlin people are going to get really more prevalent. But wow. Did you guys, like, I know we just finished reading the comments. Wow. Are we out on Mike Tomlin? Holy shit. And once again, I've always known this. There has always been the fire Mike Tomlin crowd. It has always been a thing. But just today, this week, man, they are out in full force. So if you're a Mike Tomlin fan, if you're Mike Tomlin yourself, I would say look out for the comments this week. It's going to be a rough one. But they're spitting. They are spitting. I don't want to just completely nullify them and completely act like they're just making bullshit up. They're not. Everything they're saying is facts. We're just in the position of, what do we do, man? What do we do? We're just in a tough spot. You know, it's like, what do you want me to do, man? I'm not going to get on here and really say fire Mike Tomlin, but it does piss me off and shit does need to change. So right now, we'll process the information. We'll hope for the best. We'll lay a prayer down, and we just got to hope that, Mitch is ready to play and we can get this game. If we can get this game on Baltimore, and even now, like, we're not like completely done. We're not completely done yet. I know, the future inevitable is going to happen of us flaming out, but we're not done yet. We're not out of it. Matt Canada's still on the team, so L. But there's still things to be excited for this season. Kenny Pickett he's still fighting for his NFL life, because I'm telling you, if we're going to be this bad, if we're going to be as bad as some of these comments are saying, we might have a pick high enough for Caleb Williams, we might, hey, so we'll see. But I think that is going to do it for this video. As you can see, we're approaching an hour. This is a whole Zaya and the Steelers episode. But I don't think this is going to be a technical Zaya and the Steelers episode. I think I'm just going to do kind of like a YouTube video version of this. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, I know it was a lot. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you want to continue the conversation, if I responded to your comment, if you want to double down, if you want to triple down, be sure to leave a comment on this video. And once again, guys, final overall points from this last video: almost 10K views in one day, 280 subscribers, up from like 160. Thank you. We're on the right track. We're rolling, and I'm gonna keep talking about the Steelers as long as you guys want to talk about the Steelers. So, once again, hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.